So wozuzolalela next week baphume nje kubaba ngalodudu wabo. Thank you very much my comrades. Sizobonana iyaqhuba, we are on the right track. Ilahlile sigade umzila ziyabuya, we are not going anywhere. We are correcting the mess that has been created under Mkhonto wesizwe, and we are going to get it right. Nobody's gonna come here and do whatever that you want to do. Bathi phuma inja, bathini phuma shaya inja phuma umnikazi, into efana naleyo. Yeah, whatever.
Good day everyone and welcome to another epic episode. Welcome to Newsaluchi, a political media channel that talks about politics. I'm your host, Jacob Zuma, Mshololo, and I say you are welcome to join me. So what I'm going to say, it is the biggest pandemia of all time. The biggest pandemonium of all time. You never had anything like this in the history of politics, South African politics. You never had anything like this. So there's a case that was opened by Floyd Shivambu against Mary Phadi, of Mary Phadi calling him a dog. As if that is all. There's a case again against now the MK party, which is now opened by Mary Phadi herself, that is scheduled to be heard on Monday. So now the case involves the MK party. So the MK party is accused, number one. So number two, the Speaker of Mpumalanga legislature. That's number two. Number three, it involves Floyd Shivambu, when Floyd was still the SG of the MK party. So as if that was all, Jacob Zuma finally intervenes, right? So the Presidential Protection Service in Kandla, KwaZulu-Natal, commissioned an affidavit signed and initiated by Jacob Zuma. He demands and wants the courts to intervene on the Mary Phadi situation. So there's an accused now. There's some news now that Jacob Zuma is finally stepping up in firing Mary Phadi. So it seems like everyone in the MK party, in the leadership, does not get along. It was long overdue for Jacob Zuma. It was long overdue.
So there is a lady from Mpumalanga who, I think it's called Mary or something like that. So the first meeting I attended of MK, there was a decision. I didn't even know who she is. There was a decision to expel her, and then another meeting. And actually, in the first meeting, I even said that, please don't expel comrades. It's too early. Let us go and engage with them. And it's in the minutes of MK that said don't expel her. Further engagements and all of those things. Then another decision was taken, but some of the decisions had to be written and signed by me, even when you have expressed a different view inside. Then she asked for a private meeting to brief me. Then I said, I can't do that. And I said it actually in the national officials meeting that majority of times comrades would want to meet you privately and be buddy so that they are protected when they do wrong things in the organization. And that is the conduct that we got to deal with.
So what is happening with this story? Remember that Floyd Shivambu said that when he first came in the MK party and he went to Mpumalanga, so Mary Phadi called for a special meeting, the one-on-one between her and Floyd Shivambu, to meet him. And Floyd said that I refused because I don't work like that. Why do I have to meet comrades just aside? I don't work like that. I don't do private meetings. I meet the people, everyone, when I'm supposed to meet them, not personal meetings with anyone. And as a result, after what Floyd has disclosed, that made for a relationship breakdown between the two. They never ever saw eye to an eye. There was some tumult, disagreement, infighting between them two. Because, I mean, it was very simple that Mary Phadi saw that Floyd, I cannot persuade him or to make him to be in my side. So Floyd just turned out to be enemy number one.
Number one, there is this few handful members that are claiming that Mpumalanga is saying Floyd, hands off Floyd. We want to put it very clear that Floyd must go. We don't care where he's going to, whether he's going back to the EFF, whether he's going home. It's none of our business. So we are just saying the Floyd must go. And I don't know how they've dragged me into that information or task team that they are doing with the VNs to think that if they are campaigning using my name, they will get it right. They are not going to get it right. Mpumalanga City, Floyd, 95% of members of Umkhonto is on the ground. But Floyd must go.
There's a case scheduled for Monday in the Mpumalanga High Court of Mary Phadi calling Floyd a dog. And guess who is the lawyer that is representing Mary Phadi? It is the famous advocate Mshololo, whereby we know her in the Senzo Meyiwa case. She's the one who's the lawyer of Mary Phadi there. So let us go to this linked letter that it is reported that it was posted by Busiswe Mkhwebane as she was updating the members of Umkhonto Wesizwe and saying that take note, 23 June, there's something happening in the Mpumalanga High Court there. Needs the members to attend in support. So this is a copy in the High Court of South Africa, Mpumalanga Division, Bombela. Case number 6142-2024 in the matter between Morogwe Mary Phadi, applicant, and Umkhonto Wesizwe Party first responded. Speaker of the Mpumalanga Provincial Legislature, second responded. Floyd Shivambu, third responded. Notice of motion. Kindly take note that on 23 June 2025 at 9:30 or so soon thereafter, as councils may be heard, applications will be made at the above honorable court for an order in terms of Part A. So Part A pending in finalization, the contempt of court application envisaged in Part B. The first responded termination of the applicant's membership with the Umkhonto Wesizwe Party, MKP, in the letter dated 27 February 2025 under the signature of the Floyd Shivambu is state. Famed for her formidable cross-examinations in the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial, Mshololo was urgently instructed last week after Phadi's attorneys learned that an urgent counter-application had been filed against her. At the center of the storm is Phadi's use of a common isiZulu street proverbs which, according to MK Party's court papers, was insulting to Shivambu. According to Phadi, the phrase "Sishaya inja buphume umnikazi," we beat the dog until its owner comes out, was a figurative expression that is now being twisted for political purposes. The legal dispute was initially triggered by Phadi herself after she was expelled from the party for the second time in February 2025. In her application, Phadi named the MKP as a first respondent, the Speaker of the Mpumalanga Legislature as a second respondent, and Shivambu, who is still the SG at the time, as a third respondent. Her court challenges came shortly after Shivambu signed her expulsion letter, following a series of internal disputes, including her successful litigation against her 2024 dismissal, her decision to independently address supporters during an unauthorized Mpumalanga rally that drew thousands, also added to her vows. It had shown another gathering organized by her leadership rival, Advocate Busiswe Mkhwebane. Both women insist they are the rightful provincial conveners of MK Party in Mpumalanga. Phadi also landed in hot water for holding a press briefing in Bombela on May 29, when she told journalists that her team had MKP President Jacob Zuma's blessing to continue doing party work in Mpumalanga. So you remember what Mary Phadi said here. She said that Jacob Zuma assembled both of them, which is Busiswe Mkhwebane and Mary Phadi, and told them to go and work. Never said anything about you are not supposed to work, you're not supposed to support the party, but go both of you and work, and said that this is a plan of Jacob Zuma, right? And now this proves as if it is still a rumor that Mary Phadi was even lying to say that that was so. So it means that she was lying. They never met with Jacob Zuma. If now Jacob Zuma will even go to an extent of now writing an affidavit in stopping Mary Phadi, it means Mary Phadi is a problem woman. She's a problem mother. I almost say she's a problem child, because children are the naughty ones. But why Mary Phadi? She's so naughty. No, Mary Phadi, she's so naughty. She's causing confusion there in that political party, and she's not going anywhere. And she said that now this confusion, now the person who brought it there is Jacob Zuma, because Jacob Zuma, when they meet with Jacob Zuma will tell her to go and work. Now she wants to be reinstated to be the Mpumalanga convener, and she's saying that the MK party has put aside the court ruling whereby it was given February 2025 of saying that she must be reinstated to the position of being the convener. And the MK party said no, but this person is dismissed. This person has broken the ethics of conduct of the party lines to say that she must be out in the MK party. But now what is confusing is that she's out, but still the president of the MK party meets with her, so that the greater confusion, now the greatest pandemonium of this party starts there. There's a person who's lying here and the person who's speaking the truth. Zuma intervenes. A day later, the Presidential Protection Service in Kandla, KwaZulu-Natal, commissioned an affidavit signed and initiated by Zuma. This means Zuma deposed an affidavit seeking to protect Shivambu from Phadi just 4 days before removing him as the party's leader of the Secretariat. The affidavit forms the basis of the urgent counter-application, including the claim that she insulted the now ousted Secretary General. The application urges that Phadi's presence in both the party and the provincial legislature is not only unlawful but also dangerous to internal stability. Citing her insulting conduct, the party wants the court to confirm that she is no longer a member. They also seeks to compel the Mpumalanga Speaker, Lady Masina, to remove Phadi from the legislature. The counter-application further takes direct aim at Masina, accusing her of refusing to act due to her ANC affiliation and alleging that she is frustrating the MKP's internal process to benefit the ruling party. This is an affront to democracy, the papers declare. Yet the MKP conceded in the same application that it has already accepted the December 4, 2024 interim court order which reinstated Phadi to all her positions, an order that found that correct procedures were not followed when membership was initially terminated. Further complicating matters is Shivambu's own fall from grace just days after Zuma's affidavit was commissioned. On June 4, the MK party removed him as the Secretary General, initially stating he will be deployed to Parliament. But on June 19, Shivambu stunned the public by revealing he had been pushed out based on a fabricated intelligence report which accused him of traveling to Malawi to inquire supernatural powers to overthrow Zuma and lead the party. On Saturday afternoon, Phadi hosted a 2-hour virtual meeting with over 50 attendees to respond to rising tensions after Mkhwebane urged MKP supporters on X Twitter to pack the court gallery on Monday. Sunday World attended the briefing where Phadi expressed disbelief at the latest charge, with her supporters vowing to protect her from her detractors. We just got the papers on Thursday. I had to travel to KwaZulu-Natal on Friday just to sign an affidavit with our new legal representative, Adv Mshololo. I never called that man a dog. So Mary Phadi meets her own team, about 50 people, and she speaks with those people because, you know, I did say on the other video to say that Mary Phadi, she's not acting alone. She has some team that is her backers, that is supporting her, that is pushing her, that is using her, right? And seems like she's calling for support now because she sees that when Jacob Zuma acts, eventually, even if she can be stubborn, but she's out. And another thing, for Jacob Zuma to take this initiative of opening this affidavit against her, it shows that now they are tired of her. Maybe they are not giving it to her straight because maybe she funds the party. There's some monies that they've gotten from her. I saw her saying that there are some trucks that are just given as an offering to MK party. So they are scared now to lose some benefit. So they are not now giving it to her straight to say that you are out. But I mean, she was no longer the Mpumalanga convener, but she put herself as the person who's in charge. Just knowing her support, that is pretty much knowing her influence there, that is just swaying over the masses. She's not going anywhere. Now they are calling for a court for assistance to say, court, intervene to take this lady out. She's not going anywhere. So I wonder what will be your take on this story. This is the greatest, grand fiasco of all time. This is the grand fiasco of all time. The confusion of the century on what is happening there in the MK party. Please leave your comment on the section below. Until we meet on the next video, and I'm out. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Till we meet again.